There's no tonight, there's no tomorrow, there's no next month. Right now, we're gonna wait 7, 8 weeks because we don't even see any dance, blood. We're not seeing no dance right now.
Yeah.
People would be saying, how can they support the channel? Chiso by Chiso. I've got tops, I've got hoodies, I've got the Dragon Ball Z tees, like the Pain and Full Star tees. You lot can support, buy some of the merch. I'll be able to churn out more content. This one, I'm just waiting by myself for the moment, and I'll bring out more colors. Please support.
And what would you say are the opportunities right now for you? What's in the next 5 years? What are the opportunities? Like, what do you see as expansion for Oshodi Foods? In fact, I can't even just say Oshodi Foods because right now you've got the Food Junkie, you've got the production kitchen.
Honestly,
you've got 5 years from now, where are we?
Honestly, by the grace of God, I'm all right with Oshodi Foods. I feel like the whole export, everything is cool. I don't mind where it is. I'm all right. The pressures of it, I think I need a lot more younger people to come into it. I'm dealing with a lot of old people. And
when you say younger people on the other end?
Nah, younger people in the business. It's
Okay.
all a lot of, everyone's above the age, I'm 36 at the moment. Everyone's in the business above the age of 45, 50, 60, 70.
Okay.
I'm dealing with people that just sometimes,
they just take too long. Their way of business is not.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you always rushing? I'm not rushing, bro.
Just hurry up, man. Like,
it's how we
I want
get
it now.
peas. Like,
Yeah.
why? It's not called rushing.
Yeah.
Fire ballet. It's not how you make money. You don't fire ballet and make money.
Yeah.
We live in a world
strike
where
when the iron's hot.
everything is. So that's one thing. But for me, I like Oshodi way. It's probably packaging more, which I'm gonna do more branding. We do it, but not in my name, just to.
Yeah, of course.
You know, gonna do more in my name. But my focus now
years.
is really, I want to have maybe 5 Jiffy trucks, which is the ones that go to businesses, going out there. So like now, for instance, you say to me right now, let's just say it like this. You say to me right now, here's £1 million. Where would you put it? I wouldn't kind of put it in Oshodi. I've got Oshodi where I've got it. I would go and put it in, I'll go and do more kitchens and I'll do more trucks.
Okay.
Because the difference is for me is I buy a container. Let's say I buy a container. Today is the 24th. May. That container is probably not coming in is May, June, July. It's not coming into probably the second week of July.
So it takes almost 2.5, 3 months to get here?
Nah, like 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, depending on the ship, the water, the chip can break down.
Do you have insurance? There's some kind of insurance as well, innit?
Forget all that. That one is
So
absolutely.
if something goes missing, it goes missing?
Brother, things have happened, but Bob, let me not lie to you, bro, yeah? Forget all that one, Bob. There's times where I've lost 15 grand like that. There's times where I've lost 20 grand like that. Stock.
What do you mean though? What do you mean
The
lost it?
container 10 on the sea.
What do you mean?
The container you loaded on sea while being shipped turned. The container turned. So when they bring you the stuff, you open the stuff, loads of it is damaged. Who's gonna pay for it? Customs, there's very little small print saying that's not our thing.
Wait. So wait, you're telling me that if I've loaded something that was dry goods, it was good and fine, ready to use from Nigeria. It was now on sea to get here.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they call it Ursula, Little Mermaid, decided to swim, and Jaws was flying. Then now the thing tipped.
Yeah.
My money's gone.
How do you show them that it was loaded properly? You have pictures?
So but my money's gone.
Your money's gone. In my country, maybe in more organized.
So you're telling me that thing was loaded,
Yeah.
it's now on the sea, leaving wherever it's Lagos, wherever, Lekki Beach, wherever. Somehow the ship moved, and it's now in the sea.
Yeah.
That's
It
it.
comes Malta Guinness with a broken, this one with a broken, that one with a broken. You open it, you take out with that. Bruv, do you know how much damages I give away? With the grace of God, brother, I've been giving away from the beginning. Behind my heart, God is my witness. I don't even want to say it, but I've given away a lot I'm probably here because of the prayers people give me.
Yeah.
Because I give away food.
Yeah,
I give away
that to
a
me
lot of food.
is wild.
And then also, you've got situations where they might say to you, have you ever had products on way? And then they say to you, that product's not allowed in anymore.
As all of a sudden, they just changed the rule last
But
minute
it's
saying,
an unwritten law country. It's an unwritten law. We don't want you to bring in Fanta anymore. So you bring in Fanta. If we find your Fanta, we seize it and we damage it. You pay us.
So you've paid before for something to come here before.
Yeah, and they said, no, it's not allowed.
That's the money just gone.
It's gone. But I've lost. You lose. Because we're just talking about money. You're not talking about losing money. But I believe
in this cash and carry industry,
in this wholesale business.
Forget the road. Just
forget
cash and
the road.
carry.
In wholesale business, I've lost over £300,000. Wholesale business, I've lost over £300,000.
In 15 months.
No,
Oh,
not
no, I
15
remember you used to have the unit before,
From the beginning.
From the 10 years up till now.
From the 10 years up to I've lost over
So
300,000
that's literally like 30K, on average 30K a year you're losing.
Yeah. You lose money.
So,
you make
so
money.
basically you're about £2,000 a month just disappears somewhere.
Yeah, it might not be $2,000 this month, but
Yeah,
you
but
might
on
get
average,
that
yeah.
and that and that. This will happen. That will happen. It's not something. But there's sometimes you're so deep in something to get out of it's going to cost you
to get out, yeah.
To
Just
now
leave
to
it, let it
get
go
out
now.
of my right now. If you say to me, what's the cost of you getting out of this whole thing? Leaving, everybody paid, no headache. You don't have to come back to work. You have to give him probably 1.something million, nearly 2, for me to get up and say F everybody. He's gonna do that. Oh, may I just sit down? May I dey
So that's
continue my
basically how
magio?
much contracts
You're
and things in
it.
place.
You're stuck. Not stuck, but you're in it. You're
So
in it.
it's kind of like, I know they call it the trap, but a lot of businesses literally the trap. Like once you're in, you can't get out.
You're in it. You can't get out. You got a lease.
But would you still, fast forward 10 years till now,
Yeah.
would you still have done this?
Would I have done what? The wholesale?
Yes, this wholesale.
Yes. But I wouldn't have done it with the people I did it with.
Okay.
If I could have removed people, I'd have probably removed 75% of them.
And why can't you move them now?
Because they're just in it. There's no,
And
it doesn't work.
was it better the devil you know?
Yeah, better the devil you know than the angel you know. There's no angels.
Yeah,
Better the devil you know, there's no angels.
yeah.
Because when you're going at things and you're finding people that have been there since they were, the mummies that are like 65, they're still there. They're not leaving. Their kids are not there with them.
Yeah.
They're there. They're going to leave from there.
Yeah.
You have to just wait for them to leave. The market is not, it's people that are in it. They're like, yo, listen,
Yeah,
this is how it works. And people, you do a business with a lot of people, but you're in it.
yeah.
Businesses, you're in it. Even Food Junkie, I'm in it. How do I want to say I'm not doing it no more? What happens to all the equipment? What happens to all the trucks? What happens to all the vans? What happens to the people depend on you. My money is getting money. We got in a year, not even in a year, altogether, all our staff in total, we probably got like 14 to 15.
Yeah.
What happens to their families? Don't think about yourself no more.
Yeah, so literally, you got people that rely on their wage from the business.
People rely on you.
Yeah.
They rely on you getting up at that time in the morning, overthinking, sweating.
Yeah.
There's people that you're transferring money to people. There's people that you're paying. There's people that there's an outgoing like even like today alone, some woman messaged me. This is a payment I've sent her.
Yeah.
Today already.
It's got to go, yeah.
That's one woman. This is another guy. But I'm showing you one day.
Yeah.
It's not like 2 days or this is
Yeah,
not the day after, the day before yesterday. Oh. This is today. This is another guy here.
Yeah,
How much is that?
yeah.
That's not even, that's one day.
So
I haven't eaten 5 times.
So
I've
you eat
eaten
5
once.
times, yeah.
I've sent out that much money. I could easily take that and go on holiday.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen to this?
But so when people say you're in a position, when you're in a position of privilege, and I know people don't like the word privilege because
Yeah.
obviously you've grafted and worked hard to be in this position. I
Yeah.
think we all came from wooden spoons. None of us had silver spoons.
Yeah.
To what extent do you help people? When do you say no?
I think it's down to the individual. People don't really come to me for help per se.
Okay.
I just have this thing going on where people get, and those people that get, they get.
Okay.
So there's certain people that they get from the things that I do. And they don't need to come and say, oh yeah, bro, can I get this? You're getting from what I do in it, Nigeria, UK, the charity stuff.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You got like your family members should not message you and say, oh, and the thing is, people always believe you should have money. And this is why I want to tell people.
I don't get. I don't get that part.
It absolutely baffles me.
Yeah.
Sometimes why people believe you always have money. Cool. Even if I do.
Yeah.
What makes you believe I always do?
Yeah. But I think it's because they see the warehouse, they see the business, forgetting that there's cash flow. You still got to balance your books. You know, you might have bought a container for 50 grand and it hasn't come here yet.
Bob, the container's on the way. Bob, sometimes you got 3 containers, 32, 30 bags, 25 bags, paid for.
Yeah.
On the way, bills paid for, warehouse, staff, everything. And then someone calls and says, oh, cuz, yeah, tonight. There's no tonight, there's no tomorrow, there's no next month. Right now, we're gonna wait 7, 8 weeks because we don't even see any dance, blood. We're not seeing no dance right now, blood.
Would you say you slowed down on the nightlife completely now?
I don't go out, bro.
No?
I don't go out.
Is that because
bro.
you've been there, done it, or you got other priorities now? What would you say?
You know what it is? I think I just live a different life now. I can go out. I went out a couple of weeks ago. I went out for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then I left and I went home.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I stood by the bar. I bought 3 Red Bulls at the bar and I looked and I left. I didn't move.
Yeah. Is that because it's just not you anymore?
Yeah, I just don't know how to live, but we can go and have a chat. We can talk for 2 hours. We can go and sit down in the bar. We can do all that. We can talk about this. We can talk about bars, restaurants. We can talk about cars. We can talk about traveling. We can talk about investments. I like conversation.
Would you say you've lost friends?
Yeah. Not that. Have I lost friends? Yeah.
I think the main 2 friends I know around you. Can I mention their names or not? So I know Frankie.
I've spoken to Frank all the time. I still spoke to him yesterday.
And unfortunately, Uncle.
Yeah, I speak to him every week.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
He's away right now.
But this is the thing. This is the thing for me is we can see what's going on with the young boys right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think much has changed. It's just that it's been televised more.
Yeah,
okay?
it's more public.
It's more public. But I say we look at the 18, 19-year-old boys getting up to nonsense.
Yeah.
And we're still adults getting up to nonsense. 10 years ago, you decided to leave the road and come and do Shoddy Foods. Now, you've got friends in your circle, in your batch, who can see what you're doing. And this is why I always say that you can't, there's a limit to what your friends can see someone do, but everyone has their own journey.
Yeah, what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander now.
But do you not feel, how much responsibility would you say that you have in regards to your circle, especially those 2 that I see as close? Because funny thing is that, as much as this is going to sound wrong, I've got friends who commit crime, and they're probably the best people. They're the most thorough people that I know in my circle. If you can count on somebody,
it's them.
It's them.
Yeah.
Out of the people who I've got who are legit, straight,
legit people have too much things going on.
I know, but it's crazy that it's the criminals that I know who are the most thorough people I know in my life.
Yeah,
as bad as it sounds.
That's because their lifestyle is based around loyalty, realness. Being in that industry, it's an industry. Being in that enterprise industry, it comes with rules and regulations. You have to be down to earth. You have to be solid. You have to be 100. You have to be honest. You have to be trustable. They don't fall out of character. They stay in character.
So why would you say that? Obviously, Uncle's chilling for now.
Yeah.
Now, he's seen your journey for 10 years. And I say, obviously everyone has their own journey. Yeah. And I love Uncle to bits.
Yeah, I
love Uncle to bits.
Man, that's my
too funny. I love Uncle to bits. His energy, I love him to bits. But how come he's seen your journey, seen what you've done, and somehow has still maybe not left completely?
Because I can't answer it. What I will say, I can't answer why people do stuff. What I will say is my doors are always open for conversation or forwardness or, yo, let's try and do this and we'll get it done. Do you understand? But I'm not really someone that can tell you to stop. I'll advise you, but my advice is my actions. How much more advice do I want to give you? I get up every day and I go show you. Every time you phone me, yo, salamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Nah, just calling to say, well, go on, my brother, where are you? I'm at work.
What did you say? What was that?
Salamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam.
What does the last part mean?
Peace be upon you. Okay. It's like a Muslim greeting. It's like peace be upon you. Salamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. It's like, that's what he calls me. He calls me and says, salamu alaikum, Aki Alaji. I'm like, wa alaikum salam. How you doing, my bro? Where are you? Work. You're always at work. I said, brother, you know me, my bro, man. Always go. I'm at work.
How much has religion helped you?
A lot. It makes me more conscious, man.
Of what you do?
Yeah, man. It makes you a lot more conscious, man. Like, bruv, I didn't, it's not that I wasn't Muslim. I was born Muslim, but I became more conscious in, that's not good. That's not good. Like, even in certain dealings, that's not good. Like, I could do, like, the thing about it is, I know how to make more money than I make now.
Yeah. Especially in the industry you're in as well. There's plenty of corners you can cut.
I know, bruv. I can make millions a year, multi-millions, but it's gonna come with not a pinch of salt, a pinch of hot suya powder one day.
Yeah.
And that is now gonna make me not gonna be able to take my daughter to school. My wife called me to say she depends on me.
Yeah.
My mom, you understand, my sisters, my brothers. It's when you look at the bigger picture, the money is cool, but even rich people will tell you, bro, like, bruv, I wish I had some of the things you had.
Can you still love your family? Can you still say you love your family and still commit crime?
Yeah.
Even though you know the penalties of that crime can lead you in jail?
Yeah, some people do it for their family. Some people say, I am doing this for my family.
Really?
Yeah. I know people, that's what they say.
But no, I'm asking you.
Me.
Can you sit here and say that somebody, because often we find people say they're on the road, they're selling drugs, they're doing to give their mum money to feed their family. I agree and I disagree, meaning that not everyone can get a job. And the reason people get onto me when I say that, because if you're on the road and you've really got real beef, you're not working in any Tesco or any JD Sports.
Records can't get you jobs.
Have you ever tried to get a job?
I've done work experience.
We all did that when we was in school.
I did work experience in school. I did work experience in college.
Have you ever had a job? As in, like, you stayed in for like 6 months?
No.
So literally you've gone straight from college to the road to selling bread.
But I've been on road since I was in school, since 12. I was shooting punk in school.
Now, who got you into that? Was it an older?
Nah, bruv, I've just been
But where did you get it from?
Bruv, that was my boy.
Was he your age or older than you?
Nah, they're my age.
And where did he get it from?
His dad.
Okay, so there was his dad was what? Say again?
Yeah, like in school.
His dad was giving him food.
Yeah, one of my bedrooms pops was a top OG. Like right now, my boy is still in it. He's never left it. Like he's got yards off.
His dad gave him the punk.
Yeah, or one of my Oyinbo boys. He used to bring in punk, and then I had another boy who is now boydom officer. He was Czech Republic, but he was a big boy. Like he used to bring in like the weapon. Back then they used to bring all these things on planes, spray gas, everything. So we formed like a syndicate, and then we used to shot like £2.50 a spliff. That's how much then.
And that was the dad that was giving it to the son,
and
the son was obviously giving it to
school.
So the son was the connect, basically.
Yeah, the son was bringing it to school and shot in. I started smoking skunk when I was about 12, 13, and I started smoking cigarettes when I was like 18. I don't smoke now, I don't drink now. But that's how.
And is it fair to say that obviously your parents were aware of this?
No.
Obviously. And is it fair to say that you knew right from wrong?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you put a lot of blame on the parents of things that happen.
Nah, it's got nothing to do with my parents, but
you knew just because you wanted to do it.
You want to do it. Your parents are your excuses. Same way other things are your excuses. Why do you blow so much money? Oh, man just wanted this. And it's just their excuses. Like you really know your reason why I was doing this because I probably wanted to be cool, wanted to fit in, wanted to. You understand? There's a bunch of reasons why you do it, but when you look back on it.
At 12, is it fair to say that it wasn't money orientated to sell skunk at 12?
It was hype. Okay. It was hype and it was hype.
When did the money part kick in? When did you realize that, hold on a minute, I've got like £30 after all of this. Hold on, I've got £50 after all of this. I've actually got £100 left.
When you could buy trainers.
Okay.
Air Max 95s. I had Air Max 95s when I was... First of all, I never had expensive trainers, right? Because I went to school in South first.
Okay.
I went Michael Ramsey, right? So when I first came, I went Michael Ramsey. I got kicked out of Michael Ramsey for fighting, right? Then I moved to another school in East London, yeah? Then my sister's bedroom's partner was an F-man. He got me my first Reeboks.
Yeah.
Brother, I looked at this guy like...
What, classics or workouts?
Bruv, they were the shiny things, cause light, right? And he got me a shirt with it.
Yeah.
So I had Reebok shirt, Reebok crepe. Mud! I used to think, brother, this guy got a magazine, opened it, and said, pick what you want.
Yeah.
I picked it.
Yeah.
It came. I wore it. Yeah. Brother, my life changed, bruv. I don't want to know what anyone is doing no more. You understand? So from there, but when I made my money, trainers.
Yeah.
Latest trainers. When you get into school, man, they're looking at your crepe. NK702, the mobile phone. I had the NK702, the infrared. Man used to play Snake with his bedroom like that.
Yeah.
Man bought it.
Yeah.
PH, then the Sony Ericsson T38, the blue one.
Yeah.
The first ones that
Yeah,
come
yeah,
out.
the
Man
flip
bought
one.
them.
Yeah.
Man bought these phones. Young, I was in school.
But how much attention should maybe your parents have paid to this stuff? Because remember, when I was growing up doing my naughty stuff, because I was giving my mum money, I remember I was working in Carphone Warehouse and I was doing whatever I was doing. Obviously, because I was giving my mum money, and I think mums always think the best of their children.
Yeah.
They're very naive sometimes. Because when
Yeah.
you're coming home with phones, trainers, your mum's seen a jacket she didn't buy you.
Yeah.
To what point, it's hard though, because when they don't have money, it's almost as if, okay, he's found a way to get it.
But I didn't spend money that was visible till I was about 16, 17. All the money initially was just sweets, toys, this, that. When I hit 16, when I hit college and I had a link to be taking a Z of bush weed and shooting it, that's when I knew. That's when the jackets came in. That's when I bought, when I went to go and do someone's AC, I had 5-4 bag, I bought a car. That's when life changed now.
Yeah.
It's when life changed, they started seeing it. It's because you were...
Okay.
Initially, it was just...
Was there ever a
waste of money.
conversation though? Or was it more...
My mum...
Your mum just believes the best in you?
Nah, there was one time, I swear to God, bruv, so my mum can watch this and say she's a good mother. There was one time I gave my mum peas initially. I gave her peas. Then there was one time, I remember when I was about 18 or 19, I gave my mum 16 grand.
Yeah, just like as in cash.
I gave my mum 16,000 pounds. She said, I don't want this money.
Yeah.
And that's the last time. She said, this money, I don't want it. I want nothing to do with. Because
she kind of clocked that.
She realized that this doesn't make no sense. This doesn't make no sense. That's why I love my mum was the first person, and my mum always used to say this good name is better than gold and silver. Now, she was one of the first people to say, I'm not on this thing you're on.
Was this before you'd ever got arrested or after?
After.
Also, so she kind of clocked that something is going wrong.
I got arrested. When was Mobo's? When So Solid won?
2000 or 2001?
2001. That was the first day I got arrested.
Okay.
I got arrested in 2001. We're in 2022.
Yeah.
I got arrested 21 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm 36.
Yeah.
26, 16. I got arrested at 15 in a stolen vehicle.
Yeah.
Boy, them stopped, man. Chassis. Got bagged.
Yeah.
I got home. I remember I was getting beaten while they were collecting it. But I can't forget it. But you know, there's a certain things. Yeah. I was getting smacked up while So Solid were performing, bro.
Yeah.
Big up So Solid, bro. I was getting smacked up. And that's when she kind of like, then after, that was one. Then after, I got bagged again one time. I took my sister's car. I taught myself how to drive. I took my sister used to go to work every day. Imagine how bad I was. I got kicked out of college. I got kicked out of college for misbehaving, I was staying in my sister's yard. My sister would go to work, and I used to look at her car.
Yeah.
And I took her car key.
Yeah.
And I was driving around. She used to live when they first started Lakeside.
Okay, yeah.
When they first came, I used to drive around there. 7 days later, I tore the car down from Lakeside down to Ilford, doing donut, got stopped, got nicked. I was in court.
Yeah.
It was just it. But who do you blame for that? There's no one to blame for that.
So it's fair to say that some of these younger lot who are getting caught up in this drama, it's not the family to blame. It's just them.
There's no one.
The environment, friends.
The environment, friends, pressure, TV, wanting to. You get me? I want to drive. I want to learn how to drive. I want to wear clothes. I want to this. I want to be the man. It depends on the kind of person you want to be.
But isn't part of what is in you the reason why you're you now in this position?
Same thing.
Because this is the problem I have with this when sometimes we're harsh on these younger lot, because it's that thing that's in you that is making you ish now.
Do you know what?
I don't know if you get my point.
My nephew's 20, and I'll tell you something. I used to be harsher on my nephew when he was about 11, 12, 13, 14, because I knew what I was doing 11, 12, 13, 14. When he got to about 18, I left him alone. My nephew can't tell you, I'll just call him and say, are you blessed? Look after yourself. Yeah. Because I know that I learned certain things without no one. I've given you blueprints, which no one gave me. I've tried to help you. You ain't been bagged. You've been bagged once, but you've learned certain things. Now you're in a better place than I was at your age. At 20, I'd been bagged a lot of times. I bought cars, I've done this, I've done that. You got a job. You're in uni. You're in your second year. So I left him about 18 to, you're going to misbehave. You're going to do certain things. So now I see him online, Yves Saint Laurent. I ask him where you got your Yves Saint Laurent money from. Because just make sure you're doing what's right. You have to learn. You have to learn. I can try and help you no matter what, but there's that thing inside you that's burning you to want to do some things.
But isn't part of the, I don't know how to word it, isn't part of the cunning, conniving, sinister part of us growing up as young boys primarily what gets us into this position we're in now? Isn't there part of, like, there's certain things I say that you can't teach.
Yeah.
The tenacity you have and the ways that, there's certain things that's happened in your business now that if it was someone else that done it, it would have collapsed. But you figured out, there's ways you've made things work. You've used Ish's way of doing things to somehow it works.
Yeah, I've had good people. I've stayed around good people. People that I can be honest with and say, yo, listen, right now, I need to pay for this thing. Because that thing's stuck over there. And that person will say, oh, you know what, it's 19K, pay for that thing when that thing comes back. I've burnt relationships. Don't let me sit there and say, oh, yo, my relationship. But there's people that, they dislike me.
Yeah.
Bro, there's people that if you say my name to them, that shitty boy, that this, that.
It's business. It's not personal.
Bro,
it's business, not personal.
It is what it is. You understand? I ain't no angel. I ain't a devil neither. I'm a human being. So I did you wrong, or you felt I did you wrong, but I had to get ahead.
Yeah.
If I didn't do that, I wouldn't get ahead.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So we gotta stay ahead. You understand? So there's people that say, listen, that guy's never done me no wrong. That guy is lovely. I love him.
Yeah.
Why? Because they've never been in certain situations with you. There's certain people that have been in situations with you that they wanted to get the number one and you got the number one. They hate you for being because they ended up being number two. And it ain't no personal thing. I didn't set out to be number one. I clocked you were thinking about number one and number two while I was just thinking about business.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, if I don't pattern up, this is gonna happen. So you get that kind of thing in life. And that's why when my uncle sometimes, some people advise me and say, above in business, not everyone likes you, blah, blah. I used to feel like you can, no, bro.
No, you can't be liked in business.
Love, there's somebody that sits next to you and thinks, idiot.
Yeah, 100%.
Why is he this? Who does he think he is? There's people that watch and feel like, oh, who does this guy think he is? This guy is broke, this guy's not doing nothing. That's fine with me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm cool, bro. My missus is happy, my kids are happy, they go to the classes they go to, my bills are being paid, business is running for me. I don't think I'm doing it for you to be happy with me anymore. Yeah. I'm doing it for me to be happy with me now. You being happy with me is your business. You're even thinking about me. Yeah. I'm not thinking about you. I have you're not on my mind. When I wake up in the morning, you're not part of my thinking. When I go to bed at night, you're not part of my thinking. Yeah. So if you are thinking about me in a negative way, that's your business. Positive, I vibe with you. We vibe, you're here, positive. This is our second time. Do you understand? Yeah. Because there's so many conversations as we go on. There's one conversation, I'm going to come to your place. You understand? You vibe with some people, you don't need to know them forever. And there's some people you don't vibe with. Yeah. And that's just what I realized about life. I used to think like you could get along with and then I realized that no, you can't. It's the same as being on road. People just don't like you for the fact they don't like you. Someone don't like me because, you came 10 years after me, you got a warehouse. Who do you think you are? People said, oh, I do drugs. Yeah. People said I do food. People said I do juju. People said, oh, how did he get this? How did he get that? But they don't know if I got £100 million loan. Yeah. Yeah. They don't know if there's true. You could but right now, no one knows if there's somebody that said, yo, my bro, you know what? I got this £3 million here. Hold it, pay me this every month. Yeah. They just look at it and be like, Bob, you got it easy, bro. You don't know who I'm paying. You don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. You don't know why I'm working so hard. Yeah. Maybe if I finish paying in 1 year, then it's mine. Yeah. Maybe if I finish paying in 5, it's mine.
Maybe it's yours, yeah.
But people aren't upset and envious and angry about shit they don't even understand, but you don't even want to wear what I'm wearing. You throw it at me, not even take it off you. I'll look at you, boy, who will go for me?
Oh, yes, you know Yoruba properly.
Yes, I speak Yoruba. But so I'm in a Yoruba business.
Also Yoruba dada.
I'm also Yoruba dada, man.
Shomo dada.
Lazimole so Yoruba, man. Ale so Yoruba. Gbogbo kini ale fi so Yoruba.
Aje butter ni e.
Gbogbo kini ale fi so Yoruba. Ah, ni láti so Yoruba. Wallahi, ni láti so Yoruba.
Finish that half is me.
Ah, ni láti so Yoruba. Ah, ni láti so Yoruba. Ale so Yoruba na oúnjẹ là ń tà now. Yoruba là ń tà náà, oúnjẹ là ń tà náà, oúnjẹ àwọn
èèyàn Yoruba dáadáa, mo sọ díẹ̀ díẹ̀.
No, mo máa ń sọ Yoruba. I máa ń sọ Yoruba.
Was you born there?
Yeah, I was born in Nigeria.
Would you go back and live there?
No.
You said that very quick.
No. I thought about it. I used to say
you wouldn't go back to Nigeria? Why not?
It's not for me.
The country that you've come from, Nigeria, the soil that you was raised and born in.
I cannot go and live in Nigeria. just in case you're thinking, I'm just
Are
saying.
you serious?
Looking at him, I cannot go and live in Nigeria.
Why?
Because I don't see Nigeria as a country that I can live in. It's a personal choice of mine. Nigeria, for me, needs to have certain things for me to reside in it. Infrastructure, safety, tourism, you understand, thriving businesses and stuff like that. I don't want to be in a country where if I don't know this guy or that guy, I can't do this or that or that. I want to be able to thrive off the back of my hard work, not off the back of, oh, that guy, if you don't go to that chairman, or if you don't know that guy. I can't live in Nigeria. I can't live where I wake up and I put on...
What needs to change there?
I need to change the whole government.
But isn't every government bad?
No, all governments are not bad. Because some governments, like this government you're in, they're bad per se to some people, but you have the necessity things and you pay for it. Let people have a choice. Don't take their rights away from them. Let people have a choice.
So you're adamant that as it stands now, there's not saying there's no money someone can pay, but generally speaking, you would not.
I can go to Nigeria for a year. I still will not tell you I live there.
So
I cannot live in Nigeria. I can't live in Nigeria.
I've been in Nigeria. It pains me.
I've been in Nigeria for 9 weeks, 10 weeks. I've been in Nigeria. I cannot live in Nigeria. There's one day, the people that are upset the most are the people that cannot live when they want. The people that like Nigeria, the people that can say, oh man, I'm going to London.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm going to Dubai. Oh man, those are the people that enjoy Nigeria the most.
Yeah.
The people that are sitting in Nigeria, morning to night, Monday to Sunday, cannot move. They're not enjoying Nigeria.
It's a shame though, man.
Nigeria is a rich man's biggest problem and a wealthy man's headache. A wealthy man leaves Nigeria and composes himself in a new country, gets back to Nigeria and is just angry.
Is that because it's just so lawless?
There's nothing that makes sense in the country, bruv. Nigeria doesn't, bro, I'm not dissing Nigeria. There's a lot of things we try to do, yeah? Politics, investments, it doesn't make sense. I even say to people, how do people make money in Nigeria? I want to interview 100 people in Nigeria and real working people without connections, without chairman or bosses. I want to see how you make money.
Yeah.
You do outside to inside, or you do left to right, or you do right to left. You take it somewhere, you bring it, or you do something.
The people you're importing and exporting, would you say they're making money?
They're making money.
Okay.
And they can get out of Nigeria when they want.
Okay.
And the people that are doing it for them might not be making as much money as them.
As in the workers, basically.
The workers don't make that much money.
So there's a big disparity between the boss man and the worker. Like, you can't even live off that money that the workers...
If I call someone and I give them £1,000, bro, I'm a chairman to them. But if you can't even give some girls £1,000, they'll be thinking you're broke.
Yeah.
Like, what, you're £1,000? Well, you can give a man £1,000 in Nigeria. You've paid him for £1,000. Is
probably about how many years? That's about... What you can live off that for?
760,000 naira, and someone's making 50 grand a month. Let's say someone makes 100 grand a month. You're giving him 7.5 months' wages.
Yeah, just like that.
Of course he's going to run to go and load that container for you.
Yeah. You're adamant Nigeria is, at this present moment in time...
I can't live in Nigeria.
Wow.
I can't live in Nigeria. You can't, we can go to Nigeria and stay there, buy the best house, the best cars, live that. We're still going to do business elsewhere. We're still going to travel out.
Yeah.
I want someone to tell me they've stayed in Nigeria for 20 years and they've never left. That's living in Nigeria.
No, can we take holidays? Come on, we've lived here and we've taken holidays.
You take holidays, but Nigeria, bro, we can go from here and we can drive outside London, right? In Nigeria, you don't feel safe.
Yeah, that's my biggest issue. How about to Ghana? Not too. Ghana's safe.
So I don't want to just go and sit in Lagos.
Yeah. The moment you travel out of it, you're in trouble.
I don't want, the reason why or if you don't have security, or if you're not, why does it have to have rules and regulations to live? Yeah. Why can't we just live?
Yeah, it is. Obviously, not all of Nigeria is dangerous, but it's very dangerous to live in Nigeria.
It's very dangerous to live in Nigeria, especially if you don't know someone. Okay, you go to Nigeria right now, get on a plane, go to Nigeria, you don't know no one. Go to Nigeria, go to a hotel, check in, and start going about.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
Can you do that in other countries?
In Ghana, you can. I felt
very safe. Can you
go
go to Dubai and do that?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Can you go to Portugal and do that?
Possibly. Yeah, Nigeria is a problem. Even in Ghana, I felt so safe in Ghana.
Everybody's looking at you like, come on, may you shine your eyes. If your eyes is not like this, we'll close it for you. That's Nigeria, bruv. You get so, Bob, I love Nigeria. I do business in Nigeria. I'm Nigerian. I grew up in Nigeria, but I can't live in Nigeria at the moment. Yeah. Not saying I want to live here forever, but I'm going to find an alternative one day, innit?
Just as we end, please let us know where where they can find your warehouse, where they can find your cash and carry, where they can find your food junkie, etc.
All right, so Oshodi Foods online. We need to post more. Oshodi Foods, OSHODI_foods. That's on Instagram. And then oshodifoods.com. That's the website. Then we've got Food Junkie. We've got Food Junkie in Charlton. We've got Food Junkie in Raynham. Oshodi Warehouse is in Raynham as well. The cash and carry. Bowo Fola Foods is in Barking. IG11 OTW. The next time we need to come there. They go down the aisles and speak and everything, you know. And yeah, like, well, I appreciate everything coming down. Like you guys, on the way now, we're gonna get some food for you guys, jerk and jollof or chicken stew and jollof or something. And you drink it with Nigerian Fanta. As you saw, I got a phone call like 45 minutes ago. Somebody's hand on, somebody is bleeding. So I now need to go and, you see when I say I can't finish, because now we thought, oh, we finish at 8, right? But now I need to go and start a whole nother thing. When will I leave there? So you see, it's just life. Life as an entrepreneur.
11 o'clock?
11, 12, sometimes 1. But, Bob, I feel like one day I'm just going to get up. I haven't been on holiday in a while. One day I'm going to get up and you're going to see me in another country. I'm just going to get up and I'm going to say, you're going to be like, Bob, what's this guy?
When's the last been on holiday?
Holiday, I have not been in years.
As in, like, not going to Nigeria because of work, but vacation.
I have not been in years. The
3
last
years, 4
holiday
years?
I went to was 2018, November. I went to Atlantis with my kids and my wife. That was the last, me, my wife, my kids.
That's a lot, man.
I went to Atlantis. Since then, 2019 Afro Nation, then
That's work.
Work. Everything else has been work. 2018 Nigeria, work. I went to work recently. It's all been work. So, I'm alive.
That's not, you didn't answer the question.
I'm alive. Am I happy? I'm I'm happier than I used to be. I'm much happier than I used to be. I think I could be happier, you understand? But what is happiness? Happiness is my moment. Right now we're speaking, I'm happy.
Can you be happy and not be content?
Can you be happy and not be content? Can you be happy and not be content? No. It's a personal thing. Wait, can you be happy and not be content? But contentment's different. It's a various...
Are you content right now?
No. I'm not content.
Is that because you feel that you could be in a better position than you are now? You're not happy? Well, you're not happy with where you are right now.
I'm not content yet because I've done so much and I know there's so much more that can be done.
But aren't you always chasing? Because someone will look at your position right now and be like, yeah, Ish has made it.
Yeah, they don't understand. This is not made it. This is more work.
So when does it end? When are you finally content? Or is contentment never happening? Because that's something I struggle with.
I feel like, as the Quran says, is even if you give people 2 rivers of gold, they'll still look for another one. You're never going to be content. That's just human nature. You're always going to want to feel like you can do more and more and more. We got a house, and while we're in the house, we're looking for another house to move to. When we get in that other one, we're going to look at someone's kitchen open and want that kitchen. When we get that kitchen, we're going to now say, oh, look, they got this new thing. When we get that...
So you're saying that, generally speaking, we're never satisfied? So you'll say that you're not... What if you could pick one, would you rather be happy or be content?
Would I be happy or be content? I think when you're content, you're happy. And you can be happy and not be content.
So I think contentment is ultimately the key then, to be content.
To be content with, you know what, I'm content with the fact that that's working out, this is working out, my kids are working out, life is working out. Those bunch of things create your happiness. Like, my happiness is not because I'm sitting here and business is rolling. My happiness is that the things that I'm doing off the back of the business is happening. So those things are making me content and making me driven for work, which makes me bubbly to go to work. But if those things were not there, I wouldn't be coming. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Bob, I always say this, and I'll say this to people, yeah? The number one thing, the worst thing that can happen is, you know what, say, I'm done. I can't, but I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do business no more. And everyone be like, oh, you quit, you're a loser, you're this. Nah, you don't know. I've got one of my guys that he's like, oh, but he had a health thing. And it's like, oh, he has to quit business, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's looking at him like, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this. And he said, bro, it's not because of my health. I'm not going to die.
Yeah.
And he went into a position where he didn't have money for a period. Now he's good because all he had to do was basically get himself back to using his mind rather than using his hands.
Yeah.
Do you understand? He was so physical. Sometimes we don't know what tomorrow holds. So I always tell people as well, life insurance, business insurance, health insurance. I have all these things.
Yeah, same here.
I have all these things. I'm not robot. I'm
Yeah.
talking to you like this today. May God give us long life and good health. But who knows tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow, yeah.
Do you understand? So I see it as this is momentary happiness. Tomorrow, you understand? So am I happy? Right now I'm happy. I love the fact you lot came down. We had good conversation with this. Am I content? Right now I'm content. Tomorrow I might not be content. Have I got a whole lot of things I still want to achieve? Yes. Have I got a bunch of people I want to say F you to? Yes. Have I got a bunch of people I want to say I love you to? Yes. And is life good? Yes. And is God great? Yes. And that's life at the moment.
Like the series of episodes, look forward to Summer Love Day Party. Summer Love Festival has been moved to August to my birthday. Go grab the tickets and ticket link right now. Please support. Please keep sharing. And yeah, hope you enjoy these episodes. See you soon.